Hello guys, welcome to Abipravi. In last video, I just have gave you an assignment which is called as Fibonacci sequence problem. So what is the problem means? We need to print a sum of number of terms of Fibonacci sequence like 0, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2 and 5, 8 and up to the n number of terms. Okay, so up to n number of terms you need to print out, and after you have printed n number of terms, what you can do is f1 comma you need to print f2, and which is equal to f1 by f2. Okay, sorry, f1 by f2. Again after that f2 comma f3 and f2 divided by f3. So you need to put like this kind of programming concept by using any kind of programming languages, but now I'm going to use Python 3 to solve this problem. Okay, so this is the problem. So and this is also is going to be up to n number of terms. Okay, so this is the next solution. Okay, so let us go start another solution. First we need to assign the term 1 which is the default, and the term 2 also will be default, and we need to get the n number of terms which is like int. Okay, I'm just assuming as 0, and we need to store the Fibonacci sequence of the variables to such particular list, isn't it? So okay, before getting it started, let us make it as possible as so. And after what I'm going to do, n is equal to int of input. Okay, so this is the n is equal to int of input for in range of the loop. It starts from 1 to n plus 1. Okay, so this is like a loop got started. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if I equal 1, then what it will do, it will print t, sorry, it will print the value of t1 and comma 10 is equal to. So after that the loop will be continued. After that, what I'm going to do, if the value of I is equal to, then it just print the value of t2, and the value of n will be the nothing value, and make a continue loop. After that, what I'm going to do is okay, so the tn the term, so we are assuming on tnth term, so which you don't know what is the tnth term, so we just tn is equal to t1 plus t2. After that, I am swapping the numbers. T1 is equal to t2 and t2 is equal to tn. Okay, so for some reason, to make the t1 term to be treated to next and t second term to be treated as the t in the term of the values. Okay, so this might be the helpful one. After that, what I'm going to do is such like that, what I am is, okay, we just have printed it successfully. After that, print of tn comma end, which is equal to the new fn lines. So okay, I'm just going to run the program here, and I'm typing the input as 10, and if we the Fibonacci sequence for the first 10 terms will be 1 0 1 1 2 3 5. So we just have printed the first part, and the second part, which is to be the fractionalize, or f1 f2 and f1 by f2, or f2 f3, or f1 f2 by f3. So like that we need to go. So for that, we need to create a list called fib, and store the elements inside the fib list. Okay, so what I'm going to do is fib list dot append of tn. Okay, I'm just appending the value of fib list, and by default I'm going to give the value of the fib list by 0 and 1, which is the t1 and t2 value. So after that, what I'm going to do, out of the loop, I'm just printing empty print statement, and okay, and printing the fib list. Okay, so fib list. So if I run this loop, you can able to get like the 34 is updated. After that, the first 34 terms are listed successfully. So this is the fib list. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to process the values of the fib list. So I'm just deleted the, I don't want that kind of fig. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, for I in range of length of fib list. So like this the loop will be going to be executed. So whatever the length, the loop will be executed successfully. For whether we need to type m is equal to 0. So what we need to do is I'm assuming f1 is equal to 0 and f2 which is equal to 0 and k which is equal to 0 and l which is equal to 0. So k and l will iterate through the each values of the fib list, and f1 and f2 will be the values which fetched from the list and stored to the f1 and f2. So what I'm going to do is f1 which is equal to, okay, so before that I'm going to put out condition. If f1 which is equal fib list of -2 and f1 which equal fib list of -1, then the loop will be breaked. So then the loop will be breaked, or else else f1 which is equal to the fib list of k, and f2 will be equal to the fib list of l. So okay, so before that one, and the l will be the one. Okay, so f2 will be the fib list of l, and k plus is equal to 1. So k plus is equal to 1 and l plus is equal to 1. Okay, so like that we need assuming. So I will tell why we are using this -2 or -1 after the execution of the function successfully. Okay, so or after next, what I'm going to do is print f1, sorry, print f1. Okay, f1 comma f2 comma, okay, comma f1 by f2. So I will understand what with this loop will do here. I think I might able to know that. Okay, after if we run this program, we can able to see that after I put the 10, why there is some error. List object is not callable in the line of fib list of k. Okay, so why would we able to call the list values? Sorry. So we need to use this kind of functions of L. So now I think the loop will run. Yeah, okay, so the loop executed successfully, but there is some another error here. So up to the 34. Okay, and if f1 is equal minus of f2. Okay, and if f, sorry, so we need to change it to f2. Okay, now the loop executed without any kind of error. So okay, I'm just going to tell why the -2 is putting here. So what we want to do is we need to check whether this values, or after these two values there is no value, so this will be assumed to the f1 and this will be assumed to the f2. Likewise we are doing further. So after this, so there will be no values for f1 and there will be no values for f2. So when the value of f1 becomes the 21, so how do we check before the second value from right? So we need to use the minus values. So the minus value of 1 because the first value, so I'm just doing it in the f2. So because we are ahead, f2 is ahead of one value of f1, so we are just putting a -1, and f1 is -2 to check. Okay, so for that we are proceeding further. So after here, when the values comes here, the value of the 21 and 34 is becomes like this kind of program. So the loop will be break down. Okay, so that's why the loop is executed successfully without any kind of errors. So I have also done another one kind which is called, in which will come to my projects. So I have put an advanced solution. So I have put this in a one function and put this fractionalization in another function and call this using by execute function. So your task is to put this in a functions, two three functions you need to call, assume a three functions, and you need to execute the function by using the function called execute. So this is your task, and please submit your task in the comment section of the video.